Men don't marry the love of their lives. That is something women do. Men marry the woman that is there when he's ready.
It can be true, but it is not always the case. And I think that blanket statement is harmful. So here's what really happens.
Okay.
There are convenient women, and then there are dream women. And dream women are the type of women who expand you. They call you forward. They push you. They add pressure without nagging you and forcing you. Whereas convenient women, they're here. They're available. They'll show up. They'll do whatever you want them to do. And they're like, okay, well, I'm ready and this girl's really nice. I may as well. So women's jobs are to learn how to not be convenient women.
Tell me more about a dream woman.
Dream woman is the type of woman who knows herself. She knows her body. She knows her cycles. She's very in herself, right? And she doesn't settle for mediocre behavior. So when a man is acting mediocre and making her chase him, she's not interested. She's going to pull out. She's going to pour into herself. The way that this goes is that dream women are pursued, period. So why would they pursue?
Sounds like a convenient woman is like, would you say like a pick-me type of thing?
I don't love the phrase of a pick-me girl because a pick-me girl is just a woman who wants love.
Okay.
That's not a crime.
So but the convenient one is like a people pleaser?
Yeah, she leans in. She wants to be chosen. She wants to be loved, and she doesn't have a problem sharing that love, which is beautiful.
Nice.
But the thing is that the moment she moves into a convenience, she doesn't get cherished, she doesn't get courted, she doesn't get the flowers and the dates, and then she wonders why, which then makes her the nagging woman because she's like, why don't you do these things for me? Why don't you love me? Other women get these things. Well, those women don't settle for less. Those women don't pick up the slack where men dropped it.
Preach.
I'm starting to think that guys aren't at the gym to impress girls at all. They're there to A, impress other men, B, fight depression, or C, it's genuinely just part of their autopilot systems at this point.
Perspective of the man, there's really nothing that you're not going to get in a regular relationship that you get from marriage, so it doesn't make sense to get married.
I mean, I could totally respect y'all opinion. That's fine.
You get a family, your last name.
You can do that with a regular relationship without involving the state and losing half your money or putting up half your money. Like, would you go into business with someone that's incentivized to break the business if they take half your money? So that's exactly what marriage is for us. We risk way more.
Have you guys ever been in love? Like, love?
Yeah, you can be in love without being married. Yeah.
Of course.
Because here's the problem. Men get in love, women get in business. So, like, you know what I mean? That's what ends up happening. There's a reason why women initiate 80% of divorces. There's a reason why women initiate most breakups. There's a reason why 90% of alimony is paid from men to women. Like, marriage is an extremely dangerous proposition for men.
So the wife that cheated on her husband at the Coldplay concert and then got caught went on Oprah today and said that the man that she cheated on her husband with had zero integrity and that he was not honest about him and his wife separating. She said he wasn't the person he represented himself to be to me, and his lying is a non-negotiable for me. There was a big miss on honesty and integrity. You're going to need the best running shoes ever invented for how fast you're running away from accountability. Instead of blaming the dude, which by the way, he was definitely in the wrong as well, your family, your children that had to see the entire world see their mom be exposed for a farming tool. But instead of taking any responsibility for your actions, you're gonna go on Oprah, try to blame the guy for not telling you he had a wife, or to promote for an $875 per ticket event where you're a keynote speaker about avoiding PR crises. What a load of scum!
Name one benefit that a man gets in a marriage that he otherwise wouldn't get in a regular relationship.
Well,
hold on. Go ahead. Let them answer
it. For me personally, I'm gonna
name
say
one benefit that a man gets.
One benefit that a man gets.
Can I finish it?
Go ahead.
Name one benefit that a man gets in a marriage that he otherwise wouldn't get in a regular relationship.
Just one.
That's a really hard question, actually.
For the most part, you get unconditional access to that woman. Like, for the most part.
Not really, because there's laws in place where you can't your wife, or you can't your wife.
I wasn't even talking about
unconditional access. What does that mean?
Well, I can be specific if you really want to know what that means. But in my instance, you get to wake up and you get to see me. You get to see so much more of me.
He said
than any other man would see.
Without being married.
Without being married.
Yeah. Like, no, like, give me a benefit that a guy gets, right? That he would
Without being married?
Yeah. Like like give me a benefit that a guy gets, right? That he would that he has to get married to get that benefit. Like, yeah, like in a regular relationship, like name one thing that he gets from marriage that he doesn't get in a regular relationship.
Just one.
Because that access that you're talking about, he gets that too.
Sleepover.
But are you being specific as to what would he get that from you, or what is he getting from you that he couldn't get from other women? Like, what is he getting from specifically one woman?
You hear yourself,
bro.
I'm just asking for clarity.
How tall are you?
How tall am I? Like 5'7".
Dress
like
size?
240.
So you're about the size of a fullback. Okay? You weigh more. I mean, and we don't even have fullbacks anymore. Mike Allstott will be proud.
God damn.
You weigh more than a man at your height. And as a matter of fact, you weigh twice as much as you should. And that is something that is 100% in your control.
Accountability, right.
A man can't control how tall he is, things like that, but he can't control how hard he works. What does that say to a man? That you are undisciplined. What does it say? You're lazy, that you're not willing to put in the work. And you're talking about wanting a man who's the top 10% of workers, the top 10% of the most disciplined men. Does that sound like a fair deal?
No, but what if I'm on my way to a better me? Like, what if I've taken accountability? Like, okay, yeah, I know I weigh a lot. I'm not gonna eat, out no more. I'm gonna make me a smoothie and eat some.
So you want him to date you on your potential?
No.
You said I'm on my way.
Right.
That's potential. Potentially, you're going to be better.
Right.
That's dating you on your potential. Then you go on over the subway and date a man on his potential.
You're right. You're totally right.
See, y'all are all right with the double standards that benefit you guys.
One thing that you have to really recognize about modern women is that they'll continue to talk over and over again about nothing, quite honestly. They'll talk about nothing over and over again. Stuff that don't matter in any relationships. The divine feminine, divine healing, divine flipping, tumbling, punching, and kicking. And none of it has anything to do with creating a successful relationship. And then when they get, a lot of these modern women fall for scams, and I'll leave it at that. Before I get too far down this road, they fall for a scam. These modern women are selling courses to these ladies, and it's all a scam. It's all a scam, and modern women continue to fall for it, and they wonder why they can't find a good man. Because you've been in a program that's actively working against you, and that tells you to do every single thing that a man is telling you not to do.
So if a dad can go to jail for falling behind on child support, getting criminal contempt charges filed against him for missing a payment, then don't you think there should be accountability from mothers on what they're actually spending that child support on? I feel like there should be another rule, another law that says, Mom, you have to provide receipts for every single dime that you spent that child support on. And if you don't, you're looking at criminal contempt charges as well. And you might do jail time too. What do you think?
A date idea, we go food shopping, and every time we see a food item with some form of sugar in it, even fruit sugar, we have to kiss. I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
Somebody tell me why I have a beautiful house, warm, cozy, and yet this is where my husband is.
Because it's your house, right? Not you and your husband's house. That's why he's out there, because the garage is most likely the only place where he has a say-so in anything. I bet you anything it's the only place that he's been able to decorate himself. It's been the only place where he's been able to decide on furniture. It's probably the only place where he can watch the sports that he wants to watch on his TV. It's probably the only place in his house where he can actually just sit down and relax without being told what he needs to do next. I bet you anything he could even fall asleep. He could close his eyes and take like a 15-minute nap without getting yelled at. It's probably the only place where he can actually feel at peace, even though he's in this foldable chair that's probably not that comfortable, but he has the dog on his lap, so that helps keep him warm. That's why, ladies, that's why he's looking for solitude. He's looking for his own place where he can find peace, even if it's just briefly, because remember, the rest of the place is your house, not his.
A man will do anything for you unless he feels like he's being commanded. No man wants to feel like he's being ordered around. Even if you've been speaking this way your entire life, if there's a certain energy, if there's a certain energy in your tone, he feels that. And he immediately loses the motivation to do whatever you're asking. The tricky part is most women don't even realize they're doing it because they've been trained to have some edge in their voice. And it comes from how you were raised, the need to always be in control, or just life experiences that have hardened you. So when you speak, it sounds normal to you, but for him, it feels like you're constantly correcting or watching or expecting him to perform. And that's how you end up with a passive, unmotivated, disengaged guy. And it's common, but it's not how it's supposed to be. And there is such an easy fix. If only women were taught about the power of their sweet, inviting tone instead of speaking from their masculine dominant side all the time. When you function from that place, you don't even need to ask your man to get things done. He will naturally want to take initiative. He will want that deeper connection with you. My free masterclass teaches you how to inspire your man to step up with less effort. Comment class and I'll send you the link.
The best part of my life is my husband. I love my husband.
Not more than you
and no, I married him anyway. You want to know why? Because I had the economic freedom to marry for love, not for some Chad to take care of me.
How tall is he?
Oh, he's 6'1", about your height. None, I don't want kids.
The myth of women's unpaid labor. So instead of cleaning your own house, educating your own children, cooking meals for your family, maybe for your parents or grandparents who can't cook for themselves, all the things we used to do for our own family, clerical work, bookkeeping for your husband's business, things like that. We're doing those things for corporations. This was kind of by design. There were people who pushed feminism, and it wasn't because women were oppressed and they cared about the position of women necessarily. It's because the same people who pushed, the 19th Amendment and pushed progressivism and feminism were the same people who drafted the Federal Reserve legislation, came up with the income tax, came up with the compulsory education system. They pushed feminism because they said if we can push mothers and women into the workforce and we double the workforce, workers of the world unite, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we have this huge workforce, and through the university systems, we can kind of propagandize the young women to be socialists and to be Marxists. It's very easy to radicalize, and this isn't my opinion. You can just read the writings of these people, and they tell you.
Imagine, if you will, if at some point in time, you just at least listen to a little bit of what a man was saying. Maybe you would find a husband. Well, I don't want a husband. That's good. That's good. I know that's a coping mechanism for you, but that's good. I'm glad you've accepted that because you're not cut out to be a wife. You're not cut out to be in a relationship, to be honest with you. Not at all. And men know that. Men can see that from a mile away. The people that you hang with, the way that you act, the way that you speak, no way.
I'm married and I'm in my 40s, and I feel like a lot of my girlfriends are getting divorced. And it's like hard to go to happy hour with them because they sell divorce so good. They sell divorce to me like they're selling Mary Kay, and I'm like lock and loaded. I'm like, wow, let's do this. I can get my own apartment. F yeah, women power. And then I come home to my husband and I'm like, oh, I love him.
Why are you whispering? Now, let me say, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to be careful who you surround yourself with. Like she said, a lot of her single friends, they're selling divorce. Like, hey, we doing our thing, we balling out. I bet they go home miserable. When some break in the house, they got to call somebody to come fix it instead of having a man there to fix it. I'm not saying the men is everything, because you got some good men out here, but you got some bad men out here. I like good women and bad women. But at the same time, if you got if your home is solid and that man hadn't done nothing to put you in harm's way, you better keep your husband. There's a lot of women out here ready for you to lose your husband so they can take your husband.
Let's say your man was like, listen, the outfit's a little bit too revealing, change. What would your thoughts be on that?
My response? I would say suck a dick. Effective immediately.
So you don't think he has any say in what you wear?
He can say it in like a joking manner. I'll be like, oh, haha, but I'm gonna still wear it. Like, what you mean?
You can't prevent me from going outside in it.
Okay.
hold on.
Recently, there's been a lot of articles pointing out how men are far less emotionally intelligent than women and how that's been ruining their relationships.
Oh, yeah. You know, I always say the wife's more intelligent than me. Emotionally, of course.
You know, it's unfortunate, but it's a department that we lack in. Last week, we're at the airport. Our plane gets delayed an hour, whereas my natural instinct would be to say, it is what it is, there's nothing we can do. Brittany had the emotional intelligence to realize this is a big deal. We should be arguing with anyone who will listen, and in general, just going ballistic, regardless of whether or not it'll help.
Look, it's not about whether or not it helps.
No.
For example, say you plan an outdoor event and it begins to rain. An emotionally unintelligent person like myself might suggest some sort of alternative or contingency, or maybe we'll do it on another day, as opposed to realizing that this is in fact the end of the world and you should be flying off the handle.
You know, whether you're reading an article about COVID coming back or your Uber Eats driver brings you the wrong order, we as men do not have the emotional intelligence to realize that not only is this something we should be freaking out about, but we should also be becoming actively hostile to others who are remaining calm.
So this woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees is other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women that, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, do men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates?
Do men like going on dates? Why, yes they do. But only with women who like them and bring something of value in return, which these days 99.99% of women don't. So, next question.
All right, now y'all look at this, man. This was over spring break, man. Just a bunch of ruckus. And now since spring break over, we can finally talk about it. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I found it kind of weird when I seen a bunch of 30-plus-year-old talking about spring break. Now, I'm not saying don't take a trip during spring, but I'm talking about all the overgrown people indulging in all of this nonsense. Now, they was talking about all the fights that was going on. They was talking about all the stealing and robbing that was going on. This is the type of stuff y'all on? We can't have nothing. This does not look desirable. Like, does this look desirable to you being in some ruckus? Like, you supposed to be at the beach. What you want to do at the beach?
I want to lay out.
And lay out.
Lay out in that.
And while doing what?
Enjoying.
And what?
Relaxing.
Exactly.
Calm.
You can't be calm and relaxing when all this going on. The police has to come to the beach.
Also, who knows what's going to happen? That's scary.
All the people, come on. It's pathetic. Can somebody please tell me what's going on and why we can't just be cool, calm, and collected?
It's funny because modern women, they talk about, shaping the world, basically, reading the room, catching the vibes. I'm going along with the flow. Men need to know how to catch the vibe. Men need to know how to listen to what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying, and then follow my lead on that, right? If I don't feel like doing this, or if I'm not feeling a certain way, then don't do it. Or if I am, you should be able to read that and react and then give me what I want. But they do none of that. They do none of that. They don't read a room. They just come in talking crazy to any and everybody. They don't care nothing about nobody's feelings but their own. They don't care if a man is going through something. A man could be there and listen to this woman about just sat there and listen to her vent to him about all her problems, take his whole entire afternoon up. And modern women do it in some of the most inconvenient times. And I sit there and listen. And you didn't just taken away what I actually wanted to do that night. But when a man says, okay, now I'm having trouble. Oh, well, maybe you can go talk to a therapist. I don't know if I can help you with this. You can listen. You can give me the same courtesy and respect that I've given you.
Do you have a WhatsApp?
Yeah. You have a kid? You have a kid?
Yes.
No, I don't have WhatsApp, sorry.
If a woman truly loves you, she fixes her tone, fixes her attitude, she fixes her behavior, not because you begged, not because you argued, because losing you would cost her something. Most men never get to test this. Instead, walking on eggshells and editing your words. All while she's getting mad at you, disrespecting you and acting like you're lucky she's even there. That's not love, bro. That's called being convenient. Here's the part men don't want to hear. Women argue with men. Here's the part men don't want to hear. Women argue with men, they don't fear losing, and they behave for men they respect. Watch closely. When she knows you have options, she self-corrects. When she knows you'll stay no matter what, she escalates. That's not psychology, that's leverage. Real love doesn't need constant conflict, and it doesn't need drama to feel alive. If every boundary becomes an argument, every concern becomes a fight, and every request turns into a resistance, she's not invested in you, bro. She's invested in what you can provide, while she keeps her options open. Women change for men they're terrified of losing. If she's not changing, it's because she's not scared. Men don't lose women. They lose leverage.
No woman in the history of the universe leaves the safety and security of a long-term marriage and breaks up her family if she were the problem.
It happens all the time. We've literally seen women coming on this app making videos admitting that she was going to leave her husband even though they'd been together for so many years because she just wasn't happy. The problem is that this type of messaging really messes up the dating world for that man after divorce, because other women unfortunately listen to it, and it gives them a really bad attitude when they're dating these men. They are just looking for what is wrong with them. And then these men that already have to prove themselves as good men because of the culture that we live in, they have to do like double duty, prove themselves to these women, and it's kind of rough.
The biggest that men have for women.
When a woman can't receive, we men are wired to provide. It's deep, it's innate, it's in us, it's not going anywhere. Even though this weird 50-50 culture, these soy boys that are asking you to go 50-50 on a date or Venmo you them $33 after you guys went for dinner is for somehow pervasive right now, which makes no sense. It is deeply wired and ingrained in us men to provide for our women and children. Provide safety, provide financial resources, provide emotional safety. And when a woman is so stuck in her controlling, rigid, masculine energy that she can't receive from a man, it stifles his very reason for existing. Not saving him $33 by sending him the Venmo. It is not helping him in any way by saying, no, I can do this myself. We men, especially men in their masculine, can feel, is there space for me in this dynamic? And the more that a woman stops his provision and his acts of care and his yearning to provide a great experience for her, the more she's stopping the natural energy flow between a man and a woman. I provide, you appreciate. I provide, you appreciate. I provide, you appreciate. It's like a beautiful virtuous cycle that a woman can stop in its tracks if she won't let a man provide.
Number one thing women need to know about men.
The guy that you have in front of you today is the guy you're going to have in 30 years. If he's stressed out and busy, he's always at work, and he's always complaining, you got a guy who probably suffers from not enough-itis. He's perpetually trying to prove himself, and his view of life is that it's him against the world, and everybody's against him. If you've got a guy who's self-aware and sees everything in his life as a gateway into himself, a reflection of himself, as in he's the cause of his own reality, then you've got a guy who's self-aware, likely quite emotionally intelligent, and someone who's going to have the capacity and space to hold you the way that you want to be held.
Women hate men they can't control with coochie. Let me cook. Let me tell you something that they're not gonna say out loud. Some women don't hate you, they just hate the fact they can't control. Because the moment she realizes her body, her attention, her presence don't move you, now you become the problem. See, most dudes, they easy to control. They're easy to manipulate. She texts, hey, big head, and they fold. She show a little of attention, he invests. She give him some coochie, now he attached. Now she got leverage. Now she has control. But you not blowing up her phone. You ain't canceling none of your plans. You not over-explaining yourself. You got discipline. You got boundaries. You got options. And now she's sitting there like, why is he not acting like everybody else? And this is where it get real messy. The same thing that makes you valuable is the same thing that makes her uncomfortable. Because now she can't control your emotions. She can't control your time. And most importantly, she can't control your decisions. So now what she do? She started labeling you nonchalant, she started labeling you don't care or you're weird. Nah, you just not controlled. Now let me break this down real quick. Some women, they don't want love. They want control. They want a man that they can push and pull, turn on and turn off just like a light switch. But when you're not moved by coochie, you're not desperate for a turn off just like a light switch. But when you're not moved by coochie, you're not desperate for attention. When you actually move with purpose, now she got a man she can't manipulate. The moment she realized she can't control you, everything flips. Now she takes first. Now she tries hard. Now she's wondering where she stands with you. Because now the control is gone, now she got to earn her position. And I'm going to say this in closing. A man that's moved by coochie gets used. A man that's not controlled gets respected. And if she don't respect it, she removes herself. All because she can't control the situation. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that follow button. And if you're struggling with confidence, you struggling with approaching women, get my ebooks, Unshakable Confidence, Shoot Your Shot. Also, don't forget to join my Patreon. We're going crazy over there. If you need my long form content, go to Melville Dynamics on YouTube, my ebooks, merch, and more, melvilledynamics.com. The links are in the bio.
Scratch my husband's balls every single night. He comes home every night and his balls itch when he comes home. I'm okay with it, but sometimes I don't want to do it, but I do it because I love him. My hands be cramping.
You went through such a phase with the itchy taint. Do you still have that?
Oh yeah, there's a fork right by the toilet right now.
You have a fork by the toilet, by your bedstand?
And then usually one in the living room. Chelsea, ever since we were kids, would have forks or butter knives in the room, by the bed, somewhere. And that was to scratch my feet back when we were young. But it's transferred to the taint. To the taint.
What the did I just hear? This is why not everybody needs a podcast. Not everyone needs to be an influencer on social media and whatever the hell you want to call it. Can we please bring back some shame? There's no way that, let's just say, even if this was a skit, right? Because a lot of this stuff on social media is a skit now. Even if it was a skit, hypothetically, right? This shit's not even funny. And if it's true, ma'am, you need to go to your OBGYN like yesterday. Where's the shame at? Where's the where is the need to just keep some stuff to yourself? How about that? How about we just try that? Not everybody needs to know you're itching and scratching with forks and knives like Edward Scissorhands out here like that. Like that's not supposed to be concerning. That's not supposed to be a red flag. That's just downright gross, if you ask me. That's vomit worthy. Where's the femininity at?
This is a purely hypothetical question for the ladies of the panel. If you were a single man and you now had to look for a woman to be your wife/life partner, what type or types of women would you avoid?
One who's argumentative, one who doesn't know how to apologize, one who does not take accountability, one who cannot steward a relationship appropriately, one who does not respect me, one who does not show love to her friends and her family, one who does not know how to be a mother, one who does not know how to build a house as well. You can learn how to cook, you can learn how to clean, you can learn how to put some pictures on your wall, because I need you to make it a home. One who judges me, because when I come to you, I want to know that when I communicate with you, I will not be judged, so I will feel safe. We tell men we want to be safe and we want to be secure. You think they don't want the same thing? That's a basic human need. I couldn't imagine being a man coming to a home and a woman's always arguing with me. What? I got to deal with the world and you mean to tell me my home is not my safety? I got to come to a home with 4 white walls while you going out and having brunch with your girls, but you can't put pictures on the wall. You can't make it homey. You won't even build a basic skill of cooking. You can go out to McDonald's, you say, well, I just don't cook. Well, maybe you can learn. For a moment, make it homey. You don't even pray right. What you talking about? We always talking about submission, but you don't submit to nothing. That's the reason why you so irresponsible, why you so responsive, Why you always going back and forth? This the reason why you so immature, because you don't submit to nothing but yourself and Instagram. I can't be with a woman who always wants attention. I can't be with a woman who prioritizes her friendships over me. Yeah, your friendships are important, but remember that I'm important as well, because we building something. I can't be with a woman who lacks ambition. I can't be with a woman who don't know how to carry the weight. Be with a woman who don't know how to carry the weight as well. Because it may be some days I always want to talk about 50-50 and 100-100. There may be a day where I face life. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to do everything else. And today I can't present it as 100%. You cool with me trying to love you at this very little capacity that I have, but I'm still extending my love. Are you going to be graceful? Can you extend me mercy? I can't be with a woman who's not forgiving. Because I'm a human and I'm going to make mistakes. And this ain't about cheating. One day I may be angry because of life outside of you. And I may be irritable when I come to you and it has nothing to do with you. Can you forgive me though, baby? I can't be with that type of woman.
It ain't the same as the black man market. It's just not.
What do you mean?
Like black women ain't accepted in all the cultures.
Yeah, I can understand that, but you'll be surprised.
Because how we are perceived, like how black women are perceived to other races, they're like,
Yeah, they think that about y'all too. You just don't realize that. Trust me. They think that about y'all too. They mess with y'all because you have certain stuff, but when you get into that family for real, they don't like you either. I promise you that. I've seen it firsthand, trust me. You are saying black women aren't as accepted, and I get what you're saying, but neither are black men. You just think you are. Black women can go everywhere too.
People want to act like black men have access to every nationalities of women because of the lightning rod. But that's not the case. Listen, look at how the boy Clav, how bad he desires to be black.
So with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. If you like it, buddy, don't respect the script. Yeah, it's some fun and games, still tripping, chasing off the fly at the west side, just flipping. With a briefcase, it's time to handle business.
Look at how badly he desires to be black. Look at how badly he desires to say the N-word. He's went on the record saying that he won't stop saying it, right? They hate being white. They wish that there was something that they could do about it. That's because of how black men move, black men's swag, black men's dominance. It's not because of what we're packing. We're just and the world knows it. She said they don't like us in the family dynamic. Listen, the allure of black men is so powerful, we can cause women of different nationalities to be willing to forfeit inheritances to continue dealing with us, to be willing to be cut off from their family and their family's inheritances. And this is just the facts of it. She said that we just think that we are as accepted as we think we are. No. Research shows African American men are the most desired group of men on the entire planet to date. So it's not just us thinking that we are. The world knows who we are. She also said black women can also go anywhere and date outside of their race too. Black women are having trouble being accepted by their own men. You can't get African American men to marry you. And it's not because you're not beautiful, right? It's because your behavior. And it's because your behavior is not as dope as African American men's swag. Turbulence, people.
Marriage becomes a lot stronger when you guys cheat on each other or one of you guys cheats. Doesn't that sound so dumb? Yeah, I seen a post where a lady was running into a guy's arms and spinning around, and it said your marriage will be stronger when he or she cheats on you. No, thank you. If it has to deal with struggling and going through a lot of stuff that I don't need my mental health being corrupted, I'd rather pass. There's people out here who take the time to do the self-work. There's people out here who don't date right after they get out of a relationship. There's people out here who believe in God. There's people out here who have good discernment, and there's people out here that carry themselves well. I would rather be with that than be with somebody who's gonna dog walk me and up my mental health. I really feel like I care about a lot of people, but I care about me more. Being selfish in this world is necessary, because if not, you will fall to society's that they try to put onto women. Oh my God, she's accepted if he cheats. It's in a man's nature. I don't give a what's in your nature. Why don't you become single and do whatever you want? I do not want to struggle love. I don't want to love. I don't want to love where we're cheating on each other. I've never even cheated. I don't have a want to. I don't have a care to. I don't get tempted to. I don't even go anywhere. I'm always either home, work, gym, that's it, and then the store. I don't even go out. So in my personal opinion, why do I deserve a partner where I have to be getting cheated on? When I just want to cook and bake and stay home and just chill. I live in Vegas too, also it's hot. Don't really like going outside unless it's like hiking or swimming, basketball. Other than that, so I don't know. I feel like posts like that are only amplifying cheating, only telling people to go ahead and cheat on your partner. And I feel like we're normalizing this. Not we, people like that, because I do not support that whatsoever. I'm sorry. Everything on the internet seems like people have never lived it. Like if you're sitting here, maybe for you, it made your relationship stronger, but you're not set up the same way everybody else is. And I really do believe that when you are put in a situation where you are, depressed, want to take your life, I feel like cheating can cause that self-body image issues. Just because you handle it and dust yourself off, it doesn't mean everybody else is going to be the same way. I literally seen a Reddit post not too long ago, and it was awful. And there was so many, I think 20,000, there was a shitload of people on there, women. A lot of women always write on there, you could even look it up yourself. Do you ever get over having somebody cheat on you? And all the women say no. You still feel insecure, you feel worse. And a lot of them say, I wish I would have left a long time ago, but now we have kids. Or I wish I would have, case closed. I've never met a woman who got cheated on and is doing so much better. I feel like a lot of the women I have come across that got cheated on, they secretly hate their husbands, which again, you have all, the ammo to do that because he cheated on you, but you stayed. See what I mean? And then, I don't know. I just feel like cheating comes with too much. I feel like I'm too much of a crazy. I'm sweet and nice to you when you're nice to me. You cheat on me, I'm not cooking for you or doing nothing for you. Easy.
Crazy is the amount of women that are like, deadbeat baby daddy this, my deadbeat baby daddy doesn't do this. Oh, I do everything by myself. It's always like this victimhood mentality, because that victimhood mentality gets them more attention than actually saying that they have an amazing ex-husband that helps them with everything. But on top of that, the same women that are saying all this dumb about deadbeat baby daddy are the same exact women who will date men that want nothing to do with their children and then justify it in your head. Because what do you mean that man doesn't want to be around your kids when he's sick? What do you mean that man doesn't help you, take them to and from school? What do you mean that man doesn't help you get them to extracurricular activities? What do you mean that man only goes on family vacations when your parents are paying for the trip and he basically is mooching off of you and your family, and you think that that's a good man? A lot of y'all never want to talk about the fact that you date these losers and then you justify it because they have a dad, while simultaneously telling the rest of the world that your baby daddy is a deadbeat that doesn't do anything. But if he didn't do anything, then why are you telling your loser boyfriend that they have a dad and they don't need him? But also, just a side note, these are also the same women that if their ex-husbands get a new girlfriend and that girlfriend steps up and is there for the kids, plans the birthday parties, plans all the events, makes sure all the holidays happen for them, they go above and beyond, she's threatened by that. So let me get this straight. You're threatened by somebody that steps up because she's a woman, but then you are totally accepting of your loser boyfriend who does nothing. Somebody make it make sense. And what's even crazier is the fact that these women are like, it's for the kids, everything I do is for my kids. But when you go to pick that loser boyfriend, it's not about the kids at all. Because why are you having men around your kids that actually don't care for them, don't even like them? They basically tolerate them as an obligation, and they don't step up for them in any capacity. They don't step up for you, and they don't step up for you so much so that you end up actually resenting your ex-husband even more because your loser boyfriend didn't show up in the capacity that he should if he's going to be with somebody that has kids. And basically my only point to it is y'all can't sit here and say deadbeat baby daddy this and how my deadbeat baby daddy doesn't help me, but then also claim that, they don't need a dad when you get a new boyfriend because they have a dad, but also, you know, get out of your victimhood. Stop trying to get attention off of this fake single motherhood if you actually have an amazing baby daddy or ex-husband that actually helps you, and stop crying about it, because crying about it isn't going to get you anywhere. And choose your boyfriends and your partners better if it's actually about your kids. Okay, bye.
You look absolutely stunning tonight, Lisa.
Oh, stop it, Julian. You're making me blush.
I'm just telling the truth.
You always know exactly what to say.
Your boyfriend doesn't seem to appreciate you.
Cole, he's just too serious all the time.
Well, I would never ignore a woman like you.
You're such a sweet bad boy. Oh, he's watching us.
Let him watch. He needs to learn. Whoa, here comes the jealous boyfriend.
Wait, where is he going? Cole, wait for me! Cole! Cole! What the problem? Why did you just walk out like that?
I was bored with the show.
You embarrassed me in front of all my friends.
You embarrassed yourself. Hey man, back off. Back off what? She's upset. You're acting like a jerk. There is no need to be so controlling. Are you her lawyer? I'm just looking out for a friend. No, you're not. You are a vulture. You're standing here playing the white knight, waiting for my relationship to fail, hoping to pick up the scraps I drop. Have some self-respect, Julian. Go back inside.
You didn't have to be so incredibly rude to him.
Get in the car.
I can't believe how insecure you are acting tonight.
Insecure? No. Observant.
Julian is just a friend from college. He has always been there for me. We were literally just talking about work.
You were caressing his chest.
I'm a hugger. I'm a very affectionate person. You already know that about my personality.
Friendly is a simple handshake. Leaning into another man like that while looking at me, that's not friendly. That's advertising.
Advertising? You have a sick and twisted mind.
I have a realistic mind.
You just want to lock me in a cage.
I don't care about the attention you seek. I care about the disrespect you show.
I wasn't seeking validation.
Then why did you check my reaction 3 times? You wanted a dramatic show. You wanted me to act like a desperate dog, barking at another dog over a bone.
Everyone flirts a little bit. It is completely harmless.
Not my woman.
If you're going to be this insanely controlling, then maybe we shouldn't be together at all.
Your terms are accepted.
Wait, what did you just say?
You're right. I can't dictate your actions. But I absolutely choose who stands beside me.
Cole, please stop. I didn't mean it like that. You are throwing away 3 years over one conversation?
I'm not throwing anything away. I'm protecting my peace. I don't compete for my own girlfriend. Have fun acting single. Because now, you are.
Cole, come back!
I think a lot of modern women, if they would just listen to the way that they talk, listen to the way that they act, you'd probably have a better result. You'd probably have a better result, to be honest with you. If you would stop acting crazy, talking silly, you'd probably have a better result in dating. If you would get offline, stop trashing men online, you'd probably have a better result in dating. You'd probably be able to find the man that you're looking for. But a lot of times modern women just continue to come on this app, talk sideways, talk crazy. And the thing about it is that you have plenty of women online saying, hey, you guys need to stop doing that. Hey, you guys need to chill out on that. Oh, well, you ain't got nobody. I have a husband. I have a husband. Oh, well, y'all just I've been married for 15 years. I've been married for 15 years. Oh, well, you ain't never going through anything. Yes, I have. I'm thinking about a lady right now that had been, extremely harmed by a man with a knife over and over again, advocating for men. She tells her story online. Thinking about another woman, been through divorce. She tells her story online. Thinking about another woman, been through divorce. I can't remember if her husband cheated on her, but she was like, well, I don't let that stop me. I learned what I can do in the relationship and I move on. Took some time. She took a pretty good while. Got remarried because that's what she wanted to do. Right? And you have other countless stories of even women that are not married, have been divorced and saying, yeah, he did this, this, and this, but there were some things that I did and I need to take accountability for what I'm doing. Modern women are not doing that.